About the Colin Kaepernick NFL kneeling issue, about the protest. Three things that I want to say about it. One, do I agree with NFL players kneeling as a sign of protest during the national anthem? No, I do not. Two, I want to make sure that I say that I think that Colin Kaepernick is a very courageous individual, a very courageous young man. You know, a lot of people are apt to appreciate his courage. Thirdly, I want to say that I think it is very important that people understand the necessity of being able to speak truth to government, truth to power, truth to empire, as some people like to say. I think it is important in that any government that has integrity to it allows for minorities to be able to speak, whether that be a woman in business who's a minority in a man's world who wants to be paid the same amount as a man, she needs to be able to say so. Whether it be a small business who's being run over by big business policies or being ran out of business, small business owners need to be able to say something. Whether it be minorities who don't have a voice or are disenfranchised, they need to be able to speak, because the question becomes, if and when they are not able to speak, who will speak for them? I think it's important that individuals are able to have a voice until they're able to speak. But I think that the protest, my problem with the national anthem protest is that it engenders more anger than it does stir civil conversation. So while protest is necessary to make sure that the sensitivities to African Americans are communicated to people, but the question is, if and when you choose the format that you're choosing, are you actually encouraging reasonable people to come sit at a table and have conversation about it, even if it's intense conversation? My problem with the national anthem protest is I think that it actually pushes people away. I have yet to see it change anybody's mind. Or a more creative protest, a more creative angle at coming at communicating the issue, even if it was the NFL players finding another way to use their power together to say or to communicate the same message. Many of our ancestors died for the principles that this country stands for, no matter what your ethnicity, no matter what your racial background. And I think that that needs to be honored. I think that we can all uphold that together while we debate, but not necessarily viciously divide over such a significant issue that we need to be talking about, not necessarily yelling about.